Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about The Rip. And this movie came out in 2026, and it's on Netflix. It's a Netflix movie, a crime thriller about cops who find millions of dollars in stash, and they just discover it in a house, and the story just kind of unfolds from there. And I normally don't really talk about the plots of movies when I review movies, but for this one, I feel as though I should probably do that because there isn't really a whole lot to say about this movie because it's either a film that's going to work for you or it's not. And that seems to be what people are leaning towards about it. Like Ben Affleck, I thought he did a good job, as well as Matt Damon. Like, I wasn't irritated by the performances in this movie, and Stephen Yeun is in it too. I like him a lot as an actor, and he usually has good screen presence, but there wasn't really any particular moment where any of these actors were given a moment to shine. It was all very basic, and it pretty much played out exactly how I would expect it to. And I can say this much: the film was overall harmless. I didn't feel as though I took away anything that left a super sour taste in my mouth with like bad editing or something that should be at the very least the standard of how to make a good movie, and it's just completely absent from this movie. And sure, there are issues with that in this movie for sure, but not to the extent of something that's completely incompetent. I can say that much about it. And once we got to the house, the main house of the movie that we spent a lot of screen time in, I do feel as though the movie got a little bit more entertaining for me. Not saying it was great, but it was slightly better. But now to get into my issues with this movie, the action in this movie was dull and I didn't care for any of it really. And it was also quite infrequent. There's like, I don't know, three action scenes in this whole movie, which on one hand is kind of nice. Like it's not really a story that's about the action, but at the same time, you would at the very least want those action scenes to stand out or be memorable in some way. But unfortunately, not in this movie, if you ask me. And also, the music in the movie, which was one of my biggest issues with it, always felt like it was trailer music, and it was very distracting for me, and it always felt unintentional. Like every scene in this movie, just listening to the music alone felt like it could have been a trailer. Like you could have edited the scene to be a trailer for this movie, and honestly, that's how it felt the entire time. Like I was watching one big trailer, or at the very least, an onslaught of trailers for the same movie. I'm not even kidding. And I personally did not care about any of the characters. I didn't find them to be particularly interesting, nor did I find the story to be engaging or much of a hook at all. It just all felt pretty basic and exactly what I would expect from a movie like this. Not that a movie like this needs to blow me away at every turning point, but still, something impressive or like engaging would be, at the very least, appreciated. And this is just one of those movies where it's either going to affect you emotionally or it isn't. Like, you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, you don't. And that's really going to depend on the viewer or what your expectations are for this movie or anything like that. And for someone like me, it just didn't offer me anything, and I just walked away thinking, that was a waste of almost 2 hours. Not sure why the movie needed to be almost 2 hours long. I can say it was under 2 hours, but 90 minutes would have been preferable, or shorter. And there's lots of scenes in this movie where there's a lot of implied tension or just straight up nothing happening. And that was quite irritating for me. I just felt as though my time was being wasted in those scenes, and unfortunately, there's a lot of those. The film was also very repetitive, lots of the same things happening over and over again. Wished the movie had more to offer, but unfortunately, this is what we're left with. So, in the end, The Rip, it wasn't great. I would say out of the two movies that I've seen this year, this is probably my favorite. it's better than Iron Lung, and that's the only other movie that I've seen that came out in 2026 thus far. High bar, I know for sure, but I just didn't really take away much, unfortunately. So skip this movie if you ever come across it. I believe the only place to watch it currently is on Netflix, and I don't see myself rewatching this movie anytime soon. So with all that being said, I'm going to give The Rip a 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of The Rip, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for War of the Worlds from 2025. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.